Orochimaru has really disappointed me. I really think he makes Shinobi Striker a game worse than it was, and on top of that, he doesn't really give range types anything interesting that would allow you to play differently. Before Orochimaru, we got Jiraiya and the third Hokage that allowed defense types to play around with ranged abilities, for instance, or some different ways to zone the opponent. Orochimaru doesn't really have anything like that. And it's okay if you disagree with me, just hear me out, because there are people out there watching this video wondering whether or not they should spend their money on this character. And you being a little hype boy whose favorite character has been Orochimaru his entire life is really not gonna help them decide. So let's look at his abilities and I'll tell you why I think they're bad. First up, the multiple striking Shadow Snake. Useless. This ability actually has a lot better range than I thought, and it has very good tracking. It's very easy to hit an opponent as long as you're close enough. But once you hit them, this thing deals no damage. It does poison the target upon hit, but even the poison damage is negligible. You're a range type. You should be getting kills. And your jutsu are supposed to deal more damage than your freaking needles. So yeah, this is just a bad jutsu overall. It's absolutely worthless. You'd think that because it lands a lot of hits that it would at least be good for like guard breaks or something. But that also doesn't seem to be the case. I mean, just look at this guy's guard. It's not even changing color as I hit him. It doesn't go through Sand Shield, so it doesn't even work as a counter to that. It's just a bad jutsu. I actually thought it was gonna be better than I initially thought it would be in the trailer. I mean, it poisons the enemy and the reach is actually pretty good, but the damage is just so bad. And this is actually an easy fix, something that could be patched later in the game and make this a more reliable ability. But right now, just no. It's a waste of a jutsu slot. Moving on to his second jutsu, the Wind Style Great Breach. This jutsu is actually good. Too good, actually. Let me explain. Great Breach is a super long range ability that shoots in a straight line, and this range is just insane. I mean, look at me sniping this guy. Pew! Yeah, it just might have the longest range in the game. It's super good. Its only downside is that because it shoots in a straight line, it doesn't really track the enemy that well, so if they're moving around, it's very easy to miss. And its hurt box is actually a lot smaller than it seems. I mean, I definitely got that guy. Come on, game. Definitely hit him. So you gotta be careful when using it because it's very easy to dodge it. Fortunately, it comes with a game-breaking feature of going through walls. And this is why I think this jutsu makes this game even worse than it was. Jutsu that go through walls are a feature in Shinobi Striker, not a bug. As if this game didn't have enough bullshit in it to make us scream at the screen or wonder how the hell we died. Now we have a sniper jutsu that goes through walls. Whose brilliant idea was that? I mean, look at this kill. I felt terrible for this kill because my jutsu went through like 3 different walls. This isn't skillful. This isn't clever. This is just cheap. Just because you made the rest of Orochimaru's moveset absolute trash doesn't mean you get to give him one game-breaking jutsu. It's not fair being killed by this thing. I guess if you want to be a tryhard, you could buy Orochimaru just to get this jutsu, but please do that knowing that if you're running this jutsu, killing people through walls all the time, you are actively making this game a worse experience for everyone else. And the worst part is, it's not even your fault. It's the fault of whoever's genius thought that jutsu going through walls was ever a good idea. And I bet it was a bug that they just couldn't fix, so they said, it's a feature now. Absolutely ridiculous. Broken. Finally, we have his secret jutsu, and this is the iconic summoning jutsu, reanimation. For such an iconic jutsu to have such an underwhelming animation, it was so disappointing seeing it for the first time. I mean, you summoned the first and second Hokage just so they could disappear after they launched their dragons at the opponent, and the dragons don't even look that good. But bummer animation aside, the ability actually deals some good damage. It has decent tracking. At first, I thought it was a clone ability like copied from the Super God imitation drawing because it looks similar, but I couldn't be more wrong. The thing is, you just can't think of this jutsu as you summoning the 2 Hokage. You have to think of it as throwing 2 dragons at the enemy. It just takes a really long time for you to throw the dragons because basically this is a projectile. That's what it is. And it's an okay secret jutsu, but I see absolutely no reason to use this over Sasuke Susanoo. I can't think of a single situation where the Susanoo wouldn't be more useful than this, which makes this another useless jutsu. Honestly, I gotta say, the best thing to come out of this DLC is the fact that if you pick Orochimaru, your dash turns into this, and this is a pretty funny thing to do for like 10 seconds. Also, the sword looks very cool. No, it does not poison the enemy, it just has a cool visual effect. Poisoning the enemy would actually make the sword too powerful, because why would you ever pick any other weapon? So I'm very happy that the sword doesn't actually poison, and it's just a visual effect. Hey, maybe they'll give you more weapons with cool visual effects in the future. You know, it kind of opens the door to that stuff. Oh, and before I forget, there's a new substitution. snake substitution poisons the enemy if they stay close to your clone, which is nice. I catch a lot of people with the snake substitution and it's a little extra damage. But if you tell me Orochimaru's DLC price is worth it just for this sub, then you've got to be kidding me. Anyway, that's my opinion. If you have Orochimaru, I'd love to know what you think. Is this an overreaction or do you think I'm right on the money? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And all the gameplay you saw here today was me playing with official channel supporters. You too can go premium and help this channel out and also get a ton of benefits. Just head over to Patreon and check it out. But as always, thank you very much for watching. My name is Globku and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!